Hello friends, welcome back again. So in this tutorial we are going to define the second type of function, that is function without argument and without return value. So I wrote it already, the syntax. What is the syntax? First you have to define the return type. What the return type is function actually returning. So data type you have to define the first in the declaration time and also the definition time. So return type should be integer, float, whatever the return what are the value he or a function try to return. Okay, that you try to return. Okay, so this is a simple format. So let's try again and come on our IDE. So find out that how we can do this. So right now we are in our IDE. So here we will modify the first functions example. So I modify it and change it into the second one. Okay, so this is the previous example that we use in the previous tutorial, that how you can complete the first function type, that is without argument and without return value. So I will use this program for that. Okay, so how we have to use. So first I want to return the value is integer, so I put it here int, and here it void means returning nothing. Void actually means return nothing. So when you're returning something and that has a data type integer, float, anything, you have to give the prefix or you have to attach the prefix like int, float, whatever, return the value by the function. Okay, so this is the first rule you have to use this. Okay, the second one is again a, b, c and c. So we are not printing here. Okay, so what is the fun of returning? I will define first you here. Let us suppose we want to processing in a module, but we want that the result should be displayed into the void main. It should be declared into the void main. It not be returned. It should not be defined in the particular module. So in that situation, when you want that your result should be printed or should be displayed inside the void main, you can use this return value. You got it? Okay, so all the same, we returning what? We returning the sum. So we return here return C. Return C. So here we will take the another variable in which we store the sum into that variable that the function getting from it. Okay, int, I took the z here, whatever the value that function return it will be stored into the z, and we will define the z here. Okay, so printf sum of two values is %d. Okay, so where is our sum stored? Inside this z. So what happened actually, I will define you. Okay, so first we declare the int sum. So our program know that we are using function, then it come to the void main, it declare into the z equals z. So z equal to sum, so it go to the sum and it scan the sum, printf, then scan the value a and b and store the sum into c and return the c into the again function, and function will define the value, give the value back to the z, and whatever the value stored into the function it also stored into the z, and it will print out. So this way it will happen. Okay, we will run this. Okay, enter two value one by one. So again 10 65. So sum of two value is 75. How it's happened? I defined you already, but I defined again. What happened? The declaration helps the program that you are defining any function like name that. Okay, and it's returning value with the help of return type. It have come to the void main. It okay, declare it identify that okay, you are using some variable that is integer type. Then it identify that okay, you are storing value into the z, which is in the functions. When it comes to the function, it come here and it read that okay, you declare the 3 variables. Then it compile this line and you displayed it. Then it put the value from the keyboard and take and put it inside the variable of memory location a and b. Sum is stored in the c and return c back to the function. Whatever the in c, it should be stored in the function when it come back to the function. So whatever in c, it is in the sum, whatever the value. We have 75, so 75 in the c. This function return the value back to the variable z. You can print the direct sum. Okay, it doesn't mean you require any variable. You can print the sum here. Printf, okay, %d, because it is integer type, sum. Okay, let's try to find it what happened. Okay, no error, nothing. 10 56 again, because we have a sum function 10 then 65. So first one is 65, another is 66. Okay, sorry, 75. Yes, 75 and then 66. So 10 and 56. Okay, so this value will be get from the what? It will be passed from the sum function. Then we come inside, then we go to the print. It again call the function, and whatever the value we taken from 10 and 65, it displayed it here. Okay, so that is why we gave the second time variables here 10 and 65 here. This sum function took the variable 10 and 56. Okay, so it come here. This sum function took the values like 10 and 65, but we returned 75 first, then 66. Because of that, this print statement is defined in second. Whatever the value stored in z, it display after this statement. So that is why this sum get the result first and this after that. Okay, here we call our function as well as we return the value and print it here. So you never need that you have to declare int and anything else. If you know that method, you can declare in one line also. So I want to define it, I make it simple. That is why I make it like that. Whatever the requirement you look at easy, whatever the things that you need look easy, you can use in your program. Okay, I give you 2 methods, you can choose any one of them. Okay, I hope you will understand it. Thanks for watching this.